Okay, welcome back for Showdown, and we have got our full 11 segments back. We sent out a new promo tape as well to a different network, I think USA Network, USA 1 something. I can't remember, but there's a high risk rating, and I'm quite hopeful we'll get offered something, although it will be the start of March, which is a bummer, so we've not got much to hype up Super Brawl with, but we've got a few things going on here. We've got a four-way cruiserweight match. Billy Kidman beating three of the new boys, Chris Sabin, Altar Boy Matthew, and Shark Boy. Jeff Jarrett hyping up his feud with Chris Candido and his match tonight with Shawn Stasiak that he requested. Tammy is going to be the new women's champion. Tori Wilson's on a pay per appearance contract, so I'm not going to use her quite as much if I don't have to because of the money situation. So Tammy's a new champion. Lash LaRoe is going to do a sneak attack on Scott Steiner. Mark Jindrak is going to beat Chuck Palumbo by disqualification to retain his TV title. And if they put on a good match, it's a possible feud between these two for the TV title. Lance Storm, that's another interview with Lance Storm. I don't know how many more interviews and angles and matches, but look at that. There's 26 battles between the two. We need a climax. We need a finish to it. So let's hope this will lead up to that. I'm going to also see how Chris Kanyon and DDP get on together as a team. I think they were a pretty good team when they were together, and it's a possible matchup. They're going to beat the Mamalukes by cheating. Shane Helms is going to make his comeback by aligning with Shannon Moore, who also turned not so long ago, a few months back, and Free Count are now going to be a heel team. And they are going to take over the Cruiserweight Tag Division, so watch this space. Finally, Buff Bagwell is back, and he is teaming up with Lex Luger to finally get the revenge on the Road Warriors inside a cage. Then he can move on to other things. Interview with Kurt Hennig. Hulk Hogan's not appearing. He has to be paid $300,000 per appearance, so Kurt Hennig is only needed tonight. And of course, the main event, Jeff Jarrett's going to beat Shawn Stasiak. Considering three of the new guys who aren't really over were in it, I think that went down pretty well. Billy Kidman probably carried them. Jeff Jarrett, that went well. Not bad for a women's match, but not great. And you'll probably notice recently I've not had as many women's matches, and that's because we've not got as many TV slots. And this was, for women's title division, was more like an added bonus. It's not a necessity. Scott Steiner being sneak attacked by Lash LaRoe. That went down well, and the fans are really buying into this feud. That was rubbish. Chuck Palumbo and Mark Jindrak. So that won't be happening. That feud is disappointing. Lance Storm gained overness. We need a bit of that. We need to get him happy again. Mamalukes, Chris Kanyon, DDP. That was a good match. And Shane Helms' term was completed. He's now a heel, and he gained overness. And he was at 85 before, and we've not had him for about 9 months, so he's a much welcome addition here. Okay, that didn't go down too well, but everyone gained overness from it ending, and it had been a long time coming, and it hadn't been going for a few months, this feud, because of Buff Bagwell being in rehab. Kurt Hennig's interview segment went well, and the main event, a good, solid match there. Possible future feud for Jarrett. And overall 72%, so good score. 0.5, that's one of our highest ever ratings. Pleased with that. Totally buff like that. Yep, cool. Let's see how over Buff Bagwell is now. So he's gone up to 73. Lex Luger has gone up to 74. What about for Road Warriors? I mean, they are getting on a bit. 68 and 75. So that feud has ended. Let's see if Lance Storm and Shane Douglas is ready to be ended. No, of course not. And you know what? maybe we just need to keep that going for another, I don't know. Oh, he's over by 88, so that's positive, but his morale is just shocking. Shane Douglas's morale is going down a little bit as well. Could we have this as we've got exactly 2 weeks till our next pay-per-view. Can we keep Storm and Douglas going? I don't really want to. You know what? Whatever happens, I'm going to end it on Uprising. That's where we get our highest ratings. So, 6th of February. I mean, it's just over a week away. No, I better I'd hang on to it, hadn't I? Lance Storm and Shane Douglas, but Lance Storm has beaten Shane Douglas in the last 2 pay-per-views in a row, so I don't think we can kill off Shane Douglas like that. We've not got much time to hype this event, so I really need to get the other matches for this card sorted. Let's have a look. Anything in the Lance Storm is at 2. Scouting staff, yeah. Okay. Bradshaw might be coming to an end, and Taz. That could be interesting. We'll stick him on the short list anyway, but thanks for watching, and we'll be back for Uprising. So we're not going to end Shane Douglas Lance Storm. With only 2 shows a week, you know, there's no point starting a new feud. The thought was to have Lance Storm keep his US title and then start feuding with AJ Styles for the US title, but I think that's plan is out for window now because we're going to have to drag on this feud till the next pay-per-view, and I'm not having Lance Storm beating Shane Douglas 3 times in a row at pay-per-views, because at the end of the day, Shane Douglas is the happier worker, and they're both pretty much just as over as each other. And yeah, so we'll see what happens. Kevin Nash has actually lost a bit of overness recently, despite him being one half of the tag champs. I think the Evolution Revolution, they need to be scrapped now. DDP and Kanyon can start a team together. So, yeah, I'm not quite as confident going into this next pay-per-view because we've just not had enough TV shows to prepare, and the timing of the feuding has been a bit off. But we'll come up with something, as we always do. So stay tuned, and I will reveal my plans in the next episode of Uprising.